Howdy gamers and welcome to Checkpoint Reached, a weekly show where we discuss a topic in gaming, play some games, occasional news stories, movie and TV quotes, and just random life rants. Thank you all so much for joining us. I am your host Lex, and today's topic we'll be talking about the replayability debate, why retro games endure over the new era of gaming. But before we get into that, dude, I want to talk about someone who's really retro. My co-host Ernie. What's up, Ernie? How you doing?
Hello, dude. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for the introduction. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, dude. I'm here, living. You know what I mean? It's we're chilling. How are you?
Definitely living, dude. Yeah, you're definitely living, dude. As I live and breathe.
As I live and breathe.
Here you are, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm excited for the episode. Now, Lex. Yeah. I had this little video we just filmed where you're walking in the background, dude. I want I want the friends of the channel to give a comment if you guys want me to post that, because it was hilarious, dude. I'm gonna put a little music in the background as
I know. Maybe it could make a better one.
Pretty funny, yeah. We'll see.
Do a better one after this.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. You're gonna leak it, dude. Just like
I know it's
the Grand Theft Auto leaks, dude. I kind of get it in. Dude, Grand Theft Auto 6 is some news that we're talking about over I think the past day or two. They've been getting leaked, and we got the Riddler.
I know, dude. The Riddler, dude.
The guy leaking. What did he say? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. You gotta love it, though. You gotta love it. It's pretty good.
Some part of me, like, so look. I didn't know that there was a guy that was gonna be like the Riddler doing this stuff, but it makes it so much funnier because like he doesn't care. Like, this is happening, and it's like he's sticking it to the man, sort of thing. Like, as a big company. And everyone's like enjoying it. No one cares. Everyone is kind of like getting a kick out of it. No one's there. There hasn't been a leak that's ruined the game in any way for anyone. It's just a lot of like cool little gameplay sort of stuff.
Yeah, part of me it's funny because like I don't know, like I mean I get it. They're upset. They want it is a leak, but like part of me is just like, okay, we haven't gotten any footage in this game. We've gotten more footage out of these leaks than we have of the actual game, like actually from Rockstar. I mean, we already kind of knew what was going on, right? And like a lot of people are like, "Oh, it looks like the same game." I'm like, "Well, yeah, of course, it's just updated graphics and some extra mini games you can do and stuff." But I don't know, it's kind of just funny, right? It's coming out. The little extended look is coming out next week. We all kind of already know what to expect, right? Like at this point, drop it now, dude. Screw it, you know what I mean? But yeah, it is funny that
crazy.
Leaker,
imagine.
Yeah, the leaker. It's funny because it's like, he is risking a lot, right? Because like if he gets caught, or he or she, whoever, gets caught, that's jail time, right there. But like you said, doesn't care. But yeah, if y'all have not seen it, they did post the little rhyme, and we were cracking up. That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as what I've seen, I mean, I try to avoid, like, again, I already know what kind of expect, right? Like it's gonna just look a lot better. There's going to be updated graphics. I'm there for the story, regardless of what happens. Like, I want to see this. It's always a great story. So, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
I know. Well, because we're talking about this leak, I'm assuming you watched a little bit of the gameplay, sort of, whatever they showed, right? We won't get into it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. But obviously, we saw a lot of gameplay. Yeah,
we don't want to cease and desist.
Exactly. But so, Lex, from what you saw, obviously don't describe it, but what did you think so far?
Well, I mean, it's just kind of what I said. It's like it's already kind of what I was expecting to see. Like I know there's going to be more things that are more scale wise, like a lot bigger, like things you can do. A little more of the activities you can kind of mess with. But again, we've talked about it before. Like I don't really indulge in a lot of these activities anyway. I'm just doing like the regular Grand Theft Auto thing. I mean, the setting looks great. I mean, I think it's going to be a good throwback era, right, to the as everyone should know this by now, Vice City, again, with the more updated graphics. But I mean, it looks cool. I mean, again, I already know what I'm expecting, and I'm still excited for it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback off of what you said, I think I was expecting the same thing, just basically a Red Dead Redemption 2 version of what we got for GTA 5. Because GTA 5, if you go back, what they updated in the definitive edition and all that looks really great, and it runs really well. And it, like I said, it plays great, and there's a lot of fun stuff to do. There's so much in that game that I forget when, like, every time I go, once in a while when I go back, it's like, oh my gosh, there's like I forgot that this was part of the game. So
Yeah.
I like you, I kind of expected to see that, but I just expected it to look a lot more just that graphic fidelity to be on a higher scale, and also just like
Mhm.
this. I guess the world to feel more alive than GTA 5 did, or Red Dead Redemption
Red
did,
Dead.
because Red
Mhm.
Dead Redemption 2 is like the world is alive. Like you
Mhm.
walk around, you can talk to people, like a lot of stuff is going on, and I think that's what I kind of wanted with the modern version of GTA 6. It's kind of like that immersion of the world, and you're just kind of this character, traversing what's going on in Vice City. So I'm excited for that, and I think seeing that kind of like it got me excited, but also like I don't care to watch more because, like I said, I'm already sold. I really want to. I just want to get my hands on it, and I know you even
Yeah.
said like not too long ago. You're like, imagine if they just give it to us already. Could you imagine they did a shadow drop where it's like, all right,
I
it's out
know, right?
now, dude. Dude, be so crazy.
Because I mean, yeah, like there's still a strong possibility that it will be delayed. I mean, it's just kind of just seems like it will, but who knows? I mean, based on what we've seen, but Rockstar, they want to get it perfect and
What
get
if
it
they
done.
go? What if they're like, we're gonna delay this because the guy leaked that stuff, and it's like the only way we release it is if we find this leak or something. Imagine that. That'd be wild.
I mean, I don't think so. They gotta. I mean, I don't know. That'd be pretty wild though. That'd be an uproar for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All the people that said they were boycotting are no longer are going to boycott that. No, I was kidding.
Could you imagine?
So, but anyway, yeah, dude. Pretty wild stuff. If you haven't seen it already, I mean, if you see, it's not like I was going looking for it. It was just there, right? It's like you see it on your timeline of whatever social media platform you're kind of using. So, but anyway, speaking of games and leaks, potato leak. No, I'm kidding. Let's talk about some games we've been playing a little bit, shall we? Ernie, I know you got a couple updates here.
Well, recently I've been able to actually play a little bit more games that I like allowed myself to do because sometimes I just don't have the time or make the time for it. But I was playing a little Fortnite. I wanted to play the last day or two of the final season
Season.
or the season
Mm-hmm.
prior to this new one that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes out on Thursday. So I wanted to play a couple of games of that. I think I played like two, and it was fun. I missed Fortnite. I hadn't played in a while. Still kind of wasn't as used to all the new stuff that they added, but it wasn't difficult to get kind of into it. And I enjoyed it. I was glad that I was still able to play and do well. And
Mm-hmm.
granted, I play zero build. I know a lot of people play the build, and I can't build it. I'm terrible at that. But
Yeah,
it
same.
was fun. It played, and I was excited to continue to play. I definitely missed playing with people while I was playing Fortnite. I was gonna hit up a bunch of people like, you want to play some Fortnite or something. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want to bother anyone, so I didn't end up hitting anyone up. But it was fun. It was definitely fun to play. Um, I'm trying to think of because you said I had a couple of games. Did I tell you I was playing anything else? I mean, I know I was playing Kingdom Hearts, but I literally just
I
played like
mean,
10 minutes of that game right now, so it wasn't a lot.
yeah. Honestly, you made it sound like you were like, well, for what I've seen, you like send me, but I guess that was only a little bit. So maybe
It's
I'm
only
wrong.
it's only the beginning of the game, so I'm literally only playing like
The
I've only
first one,
played
right?
like 10 minutes of it. Yeah, it's the first one. So it's the remixed version, the one that they like HD made or whatever for first PC.
Yeah, that all
I was
crazy.
able
Yeah.
I was able to put it on my Android. I have the S25 Ultra, right? And I use it as like a gaming phone. And so I got Game
Mm-hmm.
Native, which is like this app that allows you to play like Steam games on Android or Android stuff. And Kingdom Hearts works. I mean, I know a lot of people don't know because I've looked it up and I was trying to Google it and nothing came up, but it works. The only thing you need to do is update like a turn up driver for those who know, because I know some people are going to hear that and they're like, "What the hell is that?" Basically, it's just it's sort of like a software that tells the game or whatever it is to play the game a certain way, and that's what essentially it is.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get into that because I don't really know, but it's not that difficult once you kind of realize what you need to be doing. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, I'm having a good time. It runs well. I definitely want to go back and continue to play. It feels, you know what and I guess we're gonna talk about this, but it's so nostalgic for me. So replaying it was like it was a lot of fun, and it there was this comfort that that I haven't had in a while with my games. It's kind of like when I like play Castlevania or Mega Man. It's like, you know, you get that little weird comfort of like, oh man, I remember when I used to play this, like when I was a kid or something, you know.
Creature comfort, creatures of habit, dude. We're creatures of habit. Uh,
Definitely. But yeah, what about you, my
that's
friend?
yeah. No,
What's
yeah,
up?
that's you talking about that is good. You know, especially talking about today's episode, which we're gonna get into in a second. But yeah, so for me, I'm kind of in a gaming lull a little bit here, dude. I'm kind of like, I don't know what I want to do. I did pick up a little bit of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and it's still a great game, but I'm just kind of just kind of strolling along. Um, I did play a little bit of Spider Man, the remastered version. I'm kind of like about 50% done with the game. Still a great game, and again, like I said, I wanted to play it because of the movie again, the first one. And it's such a fun game. I do prefer it on the monitor than I do on my Portal, just because like, you know, your Spider Man swinging around, it doesn't hit as well on a smaller screen. You know what I mean? Um, so I'm playing that, but I will say there's a new game that I started that I think this might be the fourth time I've attempted this game. Not because it's a bad game, it's just because time it just falls and it's a big game. But The Witcher 3, dude, I picked it up again. I started playing it, and of course, like my save, I don't remember what I did, so I restarted again. I'm considering now that I know my controls again, going back to that save. But I don't know. I don't even think I was that much further anyway. But I'm playing it right now, and it's such a great game. I really like this game. I do, but it's just such a big game, right? It's just like it's gonna consume a lot. And I'm like thinking to myself, do I really want to take on this big of an RPG right now? I can knock out maybe a couple little like shorter games in the meantime, and especially since I have Black Flag running. So yeah, I'm playing it. I'm not all the way into it yet. I know you told me to play with some mods, but I am playing on the PS Portal. The only reason is because like it looks and plays a little better. I don't know which version I have on my PC, but it doesn't look as good to play as well. I don't know. Um,
You said that you're playing it on the Portal. Is it through streaming from PS Plus Premium or is it through your own
well,
console?
I already had it, so it is my own console, but it is still streaming. So like I am still streaming the game.
But the console's on though, is what I'm saying.
No, not for this one. No, I can
Mm.
play this one without the console being on, but
Oh,
I own the
okay.
game digitally already.
But
Because some
but
games you
it
can
does keep your
play,
save though, yeah, and all that.
it does. So I can do my cross saves if I want to,
Oh, okay,
as long as I
okay.
log in. So
I'm
yeah, I
pretty
don't
sure
know,
you
and
could
I
do
know.
mods with it as well, dude. If it works that way, then yeah, you could definitely do mods.
So there's already a bunch of stuff already installed in it. I did actually look it up. Funny enough, I did say that you're going to be able to do some more mods later this year. Funny
Mm-hmm.
enough, for PlayStation specifically, but there
Mm-hmm.
already is like some preset ones in there that people have like fan favorites is what they say. So playing that right now, but like I said, like it's a great game. I just kind of like I'm like I don't know. I'm like not 100% in it right now. I just want something mindless, and I think I told you I do want to play Kingdom Hearts. Like I want to play that as well. I want to get into that, so we'll see. Yeah, kind of in that weird. You know, it's funny. It's so funny because I feel like me and you, we always
Mm-hmm.
switch. Like we always like switch our gaming moods. Like right now, you're like, I'm letting myself game. I'm gaming, and then me, I'm like, and then we switch again. Like I'm gaming a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
It's
we're
just
never in
that
sync,
time,
dude.
bro. Yeah, we're out of sync in this one. It's just it's a weird time. I think like personally for me, usually for the most part, when I do game it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gaming it on my PC, but because it's been hot, it's like I'm not
Yes.
stationary, so I haven't been playing, you know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
now that it's
Exactly.
kind of cooling down or my room is not that hot, I'll be on my PC. But now I'm so used to being out of my PC, I'm trying to find ways to do a handheld gaming like you are, you know what I mean? And we just figured out PS Premium works with me with streaming
Mm-hmm.
on my console with your PlayStation thing, which is really
Yeah.
cool. And I'm like, maybe I should try to beat Death Stranding that way. That way I don't have to turn on the PS5. There's a bunch of cool ways to do things. It's just like
Uh-huh.
again, I always say this, Alex, and this is the same thing with The Witcher 3 as well, like you. I bought it though many times. I think I bought it way more than you did.
Yeah, you did.
And
Yeah.
one of the things, yeah, it's because I'm a victim of circumstance, right? I always make that joke, and I'll buy it wherever I think I can play it, and eventually I'll get to it. And I bought it everywhere, and I ended up playing it on PC. And so, yeah, it's just I think if you're not into it, you're not into it, and it's a great game, dude. I'm telling you, I know
No, it is.
it's hard, but
No,
it is a great game, and I think And I was telling you prior to this, I think in one of the audios where we were just talking, I told you immerse yourself, and I've told you this about many games. Like I did that with Valhalla and all that. But I like to immerse myself where I watch a lot of videos on the game I'm playing. I'm watching a show that resembles the game I'm playing, or I'm watching a TV show that is the game that I'm playing, like The Witcher, right? The Witcher series. I was doing that while I was playing, and it all coincides so well that it made me continue to want to finish the game. So I mean, you could do that, but
Exactly.
again, it's tough. You know, it's not for everyone.
No, I feel you. No, I really do like the game. I think it's a great game. I always have a great time playing it. It's just again, it's just eventually just falls off because I just end up playing something else. That's just how it goes, sadly. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see what I end up sticking with. I think I downloaded a few other games on my Asus just to download and just have ready. I think I did the Halo series. So I do want to play Reach. I downloaded the last Tomb Raider that I need to play. The rebooted series. So we'll see what we do. We'll see where I get. We'll see where I get. Stay tuned, as they say. But speaking of which, let's get into the topic, shall we? Um, I'm sorry, this face you're making right now, you're just staring into his face. I get it looks freaking sweet, dude. You're like,
Yeah.
you're like this. No
It's 'cause
teeth were
you-
showing either.
Did you say my teeth weren't showing, or they were?
They weren't even showing. You're just like,
Uh,
I don't know. That was good. That was good stuff.
You know, I'll tell you what, dude. No, you're good.
Uh,
I don't mind it. Sometimes I get lost because I'm looking at. Okay, so just for those who don't know, I feel like we talked about this before, but
behind the scenes, behind the scenes.
But yeah, behind the scenes. So I'm watching like things that are recording while I'm doing all this stuff. So you'll see my eyes get shifty all over the place. Like I have a Lex up there, I have a Lex right here in the middle, and then I have like the like my like things to see how what's working for like my audio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a whole like thing that I do, right? And
No, yeah, you need
so-
a real Lex next to you, dude.
no,
I'm just
honestly,
kidding.
that would be ideal. I would, dude.
Well-
There's like people that do like podcasting and do those cool like videos, and they're like
And,
right
like,
next to
studios
each other,
and-
dude. I would, dude. That'd be so awesome.
Oh, of course.
Ideal. That's expensive.
Donos. Yeah, we need donos.
I know.
Just kidding.
Gay. Donuts, please.
I'm just kidding. I was gonna say something else. Oh, because I was gonna say the man behind the curtain. It reminds me of a quick story I just want to share with you. You probably already heard this, but I'll share with you. Share with the audience. We went to this bar this last weekend for a friend's birthday. I won't dox the bar, but basically the men's restroom. You go in and there's a urinal,
Yeah.
and then there's the actual toilet, but it's not a regular stall. It's just a curtain. So, I'm like, how does this work, dude? Someone's just gonna walk in like, hey. I'm on. Don't peek behind the curtain like the wizard, dude, from the Wizard of Oz. It's pretty funny. I'm like, who thought of this? But
I remember because you sent me that in the audio you were talking about it. I think I said it. I don't think you've heard it yet, but because I recorded it today. But yeah, well, because you haven't finished the third one. But I was talking about it, and I'm like, that's so gross because like when you have a stall, they're usually all like that weird like metal plastic or whatever it is that covers the bathroom stall, and obviously you can get a wipey and cover it. But if it's like a curtain, like I'm pretty gosh darn sure that they're not washing those curtains. You know what I mean? Not as often. And that's so freaking nasty, bro. And dude, half the people that come out of that bathroom don't even wash their hands, dude. It's so
and basically
nasty.
it's funny because there was the wall separating that and the urinal. And if you're tall enough, you can easily just see over the wall. Like you see someone's head. It's the funniest thing. I'm like, dude, this is whoever thought that they must have just ran out of money and just like, just screw it, don't even build the thing. But anyway, we're getting off topic here.
Sorry. Last thing. What if they did it? Are they new curtains by chance?
I didn't really examine the curtains.
No. Gosh darn, I wish you did because I was gonna say, what if they took them off because people, a lot of people tag up the walls and stuff.
I mean, maybe, but like,
it?
but does that? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Like, why that shouldn't be a reason. I know in the girls' restroom, my girlfriend was saying they had stalls in there. I'm like, did you guys have curtains too? She's like, no. But anyway, all right. Let's get into the nitty gritty here. We're talking about the replayability debate. Why the old school games, retro games, kind of endure, right? Before the rise of these fancy games of graphics and all that good stuff. We had these games that were just built in this limited hardware that forced developers to focus purely on the gameplay rather than cinematic photorealistic simulators, right? And it's funny because I was thinking about this, like most games now, we've talked about this many times. I feel like it's like they always have a patch, day one patch. But when we were playing on the old school systems, there was no patch. You just
There was
if the
no
game
patch.
was the game had to be done. If the game was broke, the game was broken. People talk bad about it, didn't do well, and that was it. Um, but nowadays it's like they rely on that patch, right? And a lot of the times it's funny because I used to be a really big graphics guy. Like when it started coming, I think it started when it get into like the PS4 era. Got really into it. I'm like, oh, dude, this game looks great. As I've gone to the PS5 era, like I like them and I do. But now, exactly what we're talking about, it's like no, I've played many games now that just have sacrificed gameplay just to make the game look good, right? And and now I'm just kind of like, now I'm not like that at all. I'm like, no, like I just give me something good, the good story, as long as it can be played, I'm happy with that. But yeah, dude, it's a interesting conversation we wanted to have, and it kind of makes sense because especially in our what we're playing, we're always talking about going back and just playing older games, replaying them, or older games we've never played, and that's what sparked this conversation. Uh, your thoughts, dude? What do you have to say as an opener for us?
No, yeah, definitely. I think it's interesting because I had, I mean, we've talked about this many times, but I had this thought when I was driving home one day, and I was thinking about how most of the games that we play now, even one of some of the newer ones, and I know you're replaying Spider Man, but that's like far a few far in between or whatever that saying is, where it's like there's not many of the newer games that we really go back and replay all that often. But I was like thinking, I was like telling you, I'm like, do you remember like now how many games you've gone back and replayed that were old? Like you just finished Red Dead Redemption 1. How many times have you beaten that? Like I've beaten that game like 3 times already. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy
Mm-hmm.
because I've gone back and replayed that, and it was what, like a 20-hour plus game, maybe something like that. Depending, I tend to forget how long that game is, but I was replaying Castlevania the other day. I beat that. Like it's just like it's an hour of a gameplay that I've got my money's worth basically, and it's like it's a different kind of feeling because now we one of the other reasons that I this sparked this conversation was I was thinking about all the new stuff that we're gonna get for PlayStation 5 because for the most part, a lot of the first parties are on PlayStation, or at least the ones we're wanting to play, like Wolverine, Phantom Blade Zero. And I was watching the Wolverine game, and I was like, man, this looks really cool, looks really beautiful, and all that. And then I saw this like little mutant kid, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna follow the Last of Us storyline. It's like all these games are following the same thing. It's like this beautiful
Yeah.
cinematic masterpiece, but it's like they all have the same father figure style story or whatever. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. It's like we don't get a lot of these like smaller, like we don't get a lot of like big games that are a little bit different. And then I was like, well, I think about it, like we used to, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
developers don't really take those kinds of um what is it, like risks with games.
Mm.
Everything is kind of very similar, paint by numbers. If maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. You tell me. What do you think, Lex?
Yeah, I didn't see the mutant kid thing. I kind of stopped looking at into the Wolverine stuff. I just know I'm gonna end up playing it regardless. I do love, Insomniac is good. I mean, I know someone would argue there's some things they do that is a little funny, but I mean, I totally get you. It is funny that everything kind of follows that story. And I was kind of watching a One Piece of that game, not One Piece of show. Sorry, I got excited. The there was a he would you're Logan chasing. I'm not sure exactly who you're chasing, but there was like a red streak following that person. Did you see this?
I did.
And people are like, oh, of course they have to make it easy. But I'm like, you really think about it. There's a lot of people out there who aren't, as more of gamers, and like I did see someone even comment on that same thing. They're like, I've seen my cousin play games and they absolutely need this. Like, and I kind of think about like my brother. He would absolutely need something like that. For us, we're
Yeah.
a little more screen. We played many of these games. We kind of know exactly where to go. So it is funny. That's like a nitpick thing, but like it again. It's like it's funny. It's the
Y-
what is it? The red. What is it? The yellow paint that was like a whole big
Oh,
thing.
like on
You remember this?
Horizon. Yeah, on Horizon and
That yeah.
Tomb Raider. All
Go,
yeah, it's all.
Ghost of Yotei did it well, where they did like the bird poop, which is funny. Uh,
Mhm.
but I mean, again, like people need some of this stuff. It is, and I will admit I need some of that stuff too. Um,
Yeah, definitely. I think
But yeah,
accessibility is definitely something that I've noticed has become a much bigger, proponent of a lot of
focus.
games. Yeah, it's a big focus, right? And I'm not against accessibility, but it's just I think they need to focus on the people that are the not not just everyone, right? I think they need to narrow down who this game is for. Keep that
Hmm.
as it is, like the people that do play a lot of video games, and then add the accessibility for people that don't really know, right? To give them that option. I played the
Yeah.
other day. I was playing a book. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, again, a lot of games nowadays are giving that option of settings where you can adjust,
Yeah,
which is great. Like, I think everyone deserves to play, but keep going. Go ahead.
I was just playing Pokemon. There was a Pokemon ROM hack. I think it was for Pokemon Crystal or might have been Soul Silver. But he gives you the options to basically play the game a certain way to help you or to make it more difficult for yourself. And it's like it was an accessibility issue, right? Or like an accessibility thing in order for you to want to continue to play the game or make it easier for yourself. And then again, like I said, we thought we've had an episode about easy games and stuff like that, but like the thing is about those games is like it's kind of it looks awesome, and it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. It's going to sell really well because it is Insomniac and it is Marvel. But it's like I find myself thinking like, man, I kind of want to go back and play Kingdom Hearts. You know what I mean? And that's what this episode is about. That's the point of this whole episode. Before we get sidetracked here, Lex, it's like you were playing what recently? I think what was the last game you were playing? Saros, maybe if I'm not mistaken. And now you've got right. You were playing Saros, if I'm not mistaken. That
A
was like
little
the
bit,
last.
yeah, but that was my trial. Yeah, the trial game.
I
But
thought
like, are
you
you talking
bought
about like
it.
an older game or a newer game?
Did you?
Oh,
No, no,
I
no.
did.
I'm talking.
I
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
but I haven't played it. I haven't played it since.
Oh, gotcha.
I
Okay,
got
so I remember you were playing that, and then I remember you started playing Spider Man, or you were playing
Mhm.
Spider Man more so, and I was like, and it's funny because it's like you rather than playing the new game, you're playing one of the older games, like, and it's like I know it's the comfort food, and it's like a great game. You just saw Spider Man, a lot of variables, right? But when it
Yeah,
boils down to it, it's like it's an older great game. You know what I mean? And it's not retro,
yeah.
right? It's not. I mean, it's like
No,
came out like a few years ago.
but I mean, yeah, I've also gone back to play like Bioshock, right? I'm like, oh, I want to play some Bioshock, and that's like the
Exactly.
early odds of Red Dead Redemption, like you mentioned as well.
Yeah. Now,
But like it goes,
it's crazy because that's retro now, right? And it's like,
I know, I think it came out like 2008, maybe I want to say
yeah,
2007, something like that. But I mean, again, there's always the Mario's, right? You always kind of pick those up. The old Pokemons, I'll pick up every once in a while. But yeah, it goes back to like the older games, actually having you had limited lives, limited checkpoints. Um, Made it a lot harder. It made people want to keep trying and have that higher replayability, especially like in the day of the era of renting, right? If you didn't beat
mm,
that game within that 3-5 day window, you get it again. You're like, I have to re-rent it because I gotta keep going. And I remember how hard it's so funny because like nowadays, games are so big, right? Of like memory space. And I remember going through your memory card back in the day because once that memory card memory is gone, it's gone. There's no cloud. So like I remember you'd have to sit there and like, which game would I delete, right? And it had those little icons and stuff that are all like dancing around, which is sweet. Um, and Now it's like that's another added bonus to these new games, right? You got the cloud saves, the cloud streams, so you don't have to worry about that stuff. But again, like it just goes back to so now it's like when I'm playing this new game and I'm like, yeah, it's challenging and I'm having a good time, but I'm like, it's not exactly right. If that makes any sense at all. um, but yeah, um, yeah, anything to add to that?
no,
Sorry,
continue.
I know
Nothing. No,
it was a pretty
that was
bloated. It
a
was a pretty bloated.
no, no, no.
Good.
The way you asked that question, I mean, I feel like there was nothing really I could add to that prior. I mean,
I know,
obviously,
I know,
we continue,
I
but
know.
yeah,
But yeah, this just goes back to like those. You just want that game, like you mentioned, like that you're comfortable with and you love, and you want to replay because you remember having such a great time with it. You remember a story associated with it. I feel like nowadays it's kind of hard to get that right, especially since we're older. Because you always talk about the Bioshock Infinite, where you played it that night, right? When we picked it up for midnight, and you just had that nostalgia for it. And I think that's like we want to chase that nostalgia again, right? So it is fun to go back and play these games.
Yeah, definitely, and I think it's a testament to the quality of the game, is right. It was made in this particular era of gaming where we didn't get as many of those great games, right? It was a little bit different then. Like we weren't getting a cinematic masterpiece all the time. Like The Last of Us, I think probably set the bar high for most games at one point, and then Red Dead
Mhm.
Redemption took over that. You know what I mean? There's always a game that topples something because it does it better or it hits us depending on, like again, of so many variables like age, time and place, and everything that when we're playing the game. And I think that's the thing with these older games is that they stand the test of time, right? You can always go back and or like, replay them and enjoy them in your different time period of your life, right? Like I've how many times have
Yeah,
you gone back and replayed Super Mario Brothers, like when you were like 28, when you were 25, it's like different times in my life I've played that game and it's still such a great game. You know what I
you can
mean?
just and you can pick it up whenever, right? And just kind of hop into it and be like, oh, let's just get it going. And if you fall off because you played it so many times, but you just want that little kick, right, of that game. And like I even mentioned, like the old Pokemons, I always go back and play Yellow and just play it again. Just because I just have a good time with it. It's comfortable. But again, like, and you did mention I am playing Spider Man, which was what 2014 maybe that game came out, the Insomniac Spider Man. I'm
I
not
think you're
exactly
right.
sure. Let me see, man, Insomniac. Um, but even
And
like, and then like, even
you're
think,
playing the
no,
first one, right?
2018. Damn,
You're
that,
playing the
that was
first.
way off.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
2000. That
I was
feels
gonna I
so
was
much
gonna
longer ago.
say 16, but wait, you're playing the first one then, yeah?
The first one remastered because yeah, I
Yeah,
never played
yeah.
the DLCs, the DLC for it.
Oh, that's right, with the Hammerhead and all that stuff, I think, right? Or something like that. Or
Spoilers.
Tombstone?
No kidding. I don't know. Yeah, probably Tombstone. No, I think Tombstone's in the regular game as it is.
I don't recall.
Um,
I know that they're one of them is that, but and the Black Cat or something. But I
yeah, the Black Cat is one.
I know you were talking about Spider-Man too, and I didn't finish the DLC, and I bought that like day one, and that's why I told you I shouldn't buy DLC day one because I don't really play it, and my
You
brother,
won't
I
play
think
it.
my oldest brother bought it for me for my birthday. Like he bought me the full like game with all the DLC. It was like $80 or
Nice.
something. It's
Dang, that's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
what a crazy thing. But
What a
yeah, I mean,
crazy
like
amount of money.
those games are like I like those games too, because like it's so easy to just pick up and just play. You could just hop in and out of those really easily. A lot of these modern games now with these huge campaigns, it's like if you wait a little too long and you come back, there's like again like Witcher. I know Witcher's a very old game, not very old, but it's an older game, and it's like I can't leave that game for a while. Like it's like hard to go back. I've restarted many times. If I don't focus on it, I don't focus on it. But then that becomes the the fatigue, right? But it is again we've talked about this as well too. Some people make that game their game, right? Their only game, really. It's like, and some people, like I think you with Skyrim, right? I mean, you beat it multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, I beat it twice, but the
Hmm.
second run was just a really fast run, but the first one was like the amount of
You spent
hours that I put
days.
into that game. It was crazy. I remember. Sorry, this is a random little side rant here for you, but I remember
Please.
I was heavily invested in Call of Duty. I would play Call of Duty every night with my friends, and like we would have a time to meet up and play Call of Duty every night, and we'd stay up till like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, depending, what was going on. But we'd stay up really late playing. And I remember I'd be like, "Hey, I gotta hop off, guys. I'm really tired," or I would make up an excuse. And what I would do is I would hop offline and I would play Skyrim for like 3 more hours. And I was so
That's
heavily
fair.
invested in that game. It was an amazing game and it hit perfectly at the time that it did for me. It was funny because I would get the TV. Because back then I had an HD TV. It was like a crappy little TV, nothing like these nice monitors I have now. Uh, and I would put it on my bed. Like I would like set up my console so I could lay in bed and have the TV there and playing. And I remember the first time I played in that way, my I went into a dungeon and there was like this breathing. And I had a headset. It was like a really crappy little Turtle Beach headset
Yeah.
and years ago, right? And I could hear like and it was like a witch that was in there and I'm like and I took my headphones off and I'm all looking around my room and my brother was I was sleeping with my brother was sleeping in my room And I was like looking
Yeah.
around and I was like, oh my god, dude, like what is that? And I put my headphones on. I'm like, oh, it's the game. Oh my god, that's great. And I
Oh
just
yeah, that's
remember
terrifying.
that all just it was perfect, dude. You know what I mean? So
That is awesome. Yeah, I remember doing that as well. It also is funny too. Like speaking of like the retro stuff, it's like I know it's making a big comeback. You know, you bring like the Abernicks, those little retro uh things you can add. It's just because it's so easy to bring them around. Because I remember like it's kind of speaking like you. Like I remember I'd go to my mom's work, and I'd have to be there all day with her. I remember bringing my PlayStation 2 along, setting it up on the crappy TV, just so I wasn't bored. But nowadays, like if that was happening now, like I couldn't imagine taking my PS5 with me because I'm like, it's more like, I don't want to mess it up. It's so expensive. If something happens to it, it's gonna get ruined. But those old consoles, they can take a beating. I feel like, and like they were pretty good. You know what I mean? Like I would have
I
that.
know.
I think I had the slim PlayStation 2, and I would take it around. And it was
Wow,
perfect.
that's
Like nowadays,
crazy.
it's like it's so hard to like think about taking things. Like if I go on a trip, even I'm like, do I take my Asus? Do I really want that big bulky thing? And such an expensive piece of hardware. Like if something happens, like and
Yeah,
that's why I'm
you're kind of
grateful you gave me
screwed.
the little Abernick. It's like it's perfect, like size and all that good stuff. Minimalist
Yeah, yeah.
experience, right?
Yeah, it's so
Um,
cool because it's interesting that you said that. Well, I'm so glad that you brought this up. But you're talking about like how retro gaming is kind of making a comeback, and it's always been a thing. It's always been like people play retro games, they buy old retro consoles. It's always been a thing, but
mhm.
now it's becoming such a big thing to be an emulator. A person that
Yes,
plays emulated consoles on your phone, on a device as an Ambernick or freaking analog pocket, like all these things that exist that allow you to play these games, modded switches, everything, right? And you can play these old games and have, dude, there's so many games that have existed.
it's
And
crazy.
it's all I mean, depending on how you do it, you could do it with your actual copy of the game, or you can go find, sell the seven C's, as they say. We don't condone, right? We don't condone, but it's like you have so many hours of games, and that's the thing
Mhm.
why retro gaming is making a comeback, because gaming as a whole, like what we have now with the PS5, the PCs, the Series X, everything, it's expensive. I don't blame anyone who doesn't want to get into gaming. Like I understand wholeheartedly why you can't or why you won't, because it's expensive. It's really pricey. $1,000 almost for a really great console and or a PC is a lot.
Mhm.
Do you want to eat this month? Do you want to pay off your bills, or do you want to play this game? You know what I mean? It's becoming a crazy premium. And I know before people go there, because there is these people, Lex, where they're gonna say, well, you could, save up until you get it, or it's probably the cheapest option for you to do it this way. I'm sure. But a lot of people
Yeah.
do live paycheck to paycheck, and that is not the option. You know what I mean?
No.
That's why
Yeah.
used gaming is such a big thing for the most part for a lot of people, because the people who can't afford consoles buy used. I mean, sorry, they can't
Exactly.
afford the new games, buy used. But I mean, again, they did the whatever,
And
the little, they did that freaking, sorry, before you go, they did that, I don't know, supposedly PlayStation's like, oh yeah, most games are bought digital, or whatever they said. And it's like, who said this?
yeah.
Who's saying
Well,
this? You guys?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
Exactly.
like, how do we know? You know what I mean? It's like, it just, I don't know. It's silly, but
No.
continue. Sorry.
No, I was going to actually mention. That's funny that you brought that up. I was going to say that's why so many people are like, it's outrageous that they're doing this digital only because you can buy a used game for you know 80% to 90 off like physically as opposed to the digital. They're gonna be like it's still gonna be priced the same as a brand new game even if it's old. And that's like it's frustrating, right? And like you said, a lot of people are getting back into the retro gaming, kind of like the turntables, right? People are getting into vinyls. They're like, oh, and then like that whole era kind of popped up and now kind of starting to slow down again. But even with like the gaming too, I think you were the one telling me people were like purchasing CRTVs,
Yeah.
CRT TVs, right? And so they can play the games on the native as it was intended, right? Those old school games with the
Mm-hmm.
you get the freaking inputs that are yellow. You got to match them up to the yellow, red, and white or whatever. Um,
Yeah. Oh my God.
people
That
and people,
would
if there,
suck.
anybody listening doesn't know that, that like that was a struggle, dude. Now now it's just one chord, boom, you're in.
Yeah.
But you'd have to go, and then you find a little TV. You're like, oh, it's all crappy, which is
Yeah.
hilarious. I do
Yeah.
remember. I remember sorry, let's share this little
No,
story
no,
with
go
you.
ahead, please, please.
My friend of the channel, Paul, I used to go with him every once in a while too. It's like a little, his mom and her boyfriend at the time we'd go to like little trips. I've gone a lot with them. We went to Vegas one time, and like he set it up in the back for us. They had a van, like a minivan, and they set it up one time. We were able to hook the TV up to our little console when we were playing on our way up. And then all of a sudden, like something happened. I think the car like kind of had some issues, and we had to stop. And us playing blew out a fuse or something like that in the car. And he had to replace it. We're like, oh, sorry. So we weren't able to play the rest of the way. But it was so funny. We're like, what a crazy thing, right? Like had a little mini TV hooked up to a console, playing that way through a car that nowadays you can probably so easy to do, right? You could just plug it into your main screen, I'm sure somehow, and play it that way. But
I know I saw someone
it's a wild
playing a
time.
game on a Tesla and stuff the other day. Like people could just connect stuff.
Yeah, it's wild.
I wanted to say this because we were talking about the CRTVs and we're talking about the retro gaming and you know everything that kind of comes with it. And a lot of you know what I've realized because I mean buying a CRTV because it's all becoming the niche and everybody wants to do it. It's becoming more expensive. So they're like
Of course.
depending on how do you find it, they're pricey, right? Or they're broken. It's difficult to find. Um, the 3DS is like $500. It's crazy. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is like the little handhelds, like the Ambernic, the Androids, like these emulation sort of consoles or like PCs that do emulation. What they do, I don't know if I've talked to you about this, but they'll emulate how the original console would be. So there is a mod. So there's a I'll get into this one. There's an Ambernic RGSP. Essentially, it's a Game Boy SP. You remember this? It's a clamshell, right? So,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
all right. So there is I want to say it's that console. I might be mistaking it with another one, but I'm pretty sure it's that one. So it looks like a Game Boy SP, but it's obviously Android or whatever the software is. And there is a mod software that you can add to it, Lex, and this is really funny. You get a kick out of this. I don't know how well you remember your handheld gaming, right? So when you were playing handheld gaming, you recall when you play Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, you'd have to put the Game Boy to the light, right? Because if it was too dark, you couldn't see, and you'd have to kind of maneuver. Oh, dude, it was terrible. Playing on the car ride home, and you're like trying to, it was terrible, right? So there is a mod in these newer consoles that people do for whatever reason, where you have to. It basically emulates if you put it on a certain angle, you won't be able to see it. Like if it was a real like the real version of the console.
They're just yearning for the older days, which is crazy.
Yeah,
making it such a
yeah. It's funny because like
such a struggle.
Yeah,
I was just saying, making it such a struggle to game.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it's so funny to want to go back to like the struggle when we wanted to get away from it when we were struggling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, at the time, like we didn't know any better, right? We're just like, oh, this is the way I have to do it, and I think it was battery powered too, right? Like the Game Boys. But and then I remember when they finally introduced, there was a light you can hook up to it, right? You would be able to hook up. Before they added the actual backlight itself, and you could use it like I think it was used for reading, but a lot of people ended up putting it on their Game Boys. I know I did that for sure.
I had one for
which
that
is such
too,
a
for my Advance.
such a funny thing. Well, crazy. I never heard of that. What a wild thing. But you know what the cool thing about the retro gaming right now too is like obviously you can go on like Steam and all that stuff, GOG, find some old ones, and those are your copies. Well, as we know, I know GOG has like a preservation program or whatever, but like I know like on the PlayStation Premium, like they have like the classics catalog, and it is cool to see all those games, but like they get taken away so fast, it's crazy. Like I'll see them, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll try that out, and then by the time you're ready, like it's just gone. But it's like oh, they actually like at least they made an effort, right?
And that's the.
But it's funny but you look at all these games, you're like, oh my gosh, like I remember these, and I only remember them based off like the cover art, right? Because cover art's not as crazy as it used to be. And you're like, oh my gosh, this game! Like so many times I've almost just started up the game up, Pixar's Up just to play because I'm like, oh, it's just up. That's funny. Like let me play this. It's silly, right? But
yeah, it's fun.
It is cool.
No, I agree with you, and that's another thing, right? Why retro gaming is so appealing is that we're able to, like I said, sell the 7Cs or emulate and get it on your phone and get it anywhere. But it's like it is because of those situations like that you just mentioned where these games disappear. Like you have no real ownership of that stuff when it is digital, right? And I think that gets lost on a lot of people because like I think that was one of the things, and I remember because we used to do a movie podcast, right? Watch closely, and one of the things that we talked about when Amazon was trying to buy, oh my gosh, what did they buy? It was a company, it was a movie company, MGM, I believe it was, that they
Mm-hmm,
bought,
mm-hmm.
and that housed like Casablanca, all those old movies and stuff like that. And I think one of the things in the contract or whatever they had to sign or do, if I'm not mistaken, was like they can't keep it away from people. Like they can't like lock it away because if no one can get to it, then there is no other way to find it, right? Obviously, like I said, you sell the seven C's, but it's like if it's gone, it's gone. It's like Netflix. They had shows that are gone from their platform, and they didn't make DVDs for them. They didn't make
Yeah.
stuff for them unless someone you know copied it and stole it from them. You know what I mean? But that's the thing about the retro original stuff is that it exists out there. Someone is preserving it. Someone has kept it. Um,
Well, yeah, not even the new stuff is safe, dude. I think the Willow
no,
series that came out for Disney Plus, you can't see it. It's gone. If
yeah.
you didn't
See,
watch it, it's gone. Like it's
there you
crazy. It's
go.
like wow, that's like the most recent. It's so dumb. It does suck, and it's like we don't have that. We will never get access to that. Like I wanted to watch it because I liked the Willow movie. Some will argue, oh, you should have watched it when it came out. You know, people get mad about that stuff. But it's
I was
like,
gonna say, yeah.
well,
I
I
was
didn't
gonna
have time.
say, I don't think anybody watched it. That's why it went away.
It, which is dumb. It's like, what does it hurt to just leave it on there? I guess, but I don't know.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, pretty wild, dude. Yeah, dude, it is crazy. But yeah, it's like going back to earlier when we were talking about what we were playing and like what I should play next. I really do just want to go back and just play. Like I want to play the Batman Arkham series again, and that really is a testament to the games, right? And how well they were done and how well they're made to keep you wanting to go back and more. Of course, there are some recent games that of now that we've talked about. Like I played Last of Us 2 many times. I want to play Red Dead 2 again. There are games nowadays. I think the most recent game that I would love to replay is 007. I think that game definitely had an impact where I'm like, oh, this is such a great game. I want to play it again. And that hasn't had a feeling for me in a few years now, right? Um, but yeah, it's as time goes on, dude. What's gonna happen, right? Like, what are we gonna do? The talk about the PS6 is coming out. It's like, well, hold on. What about the PS5? We're still here. Like, I don't want the new console. Like, leave it where we're at. We're good. And I think most people would argue with that, right? So yeah, I don't know. These retro games, man, they're just such a good time. There's just something about them, especially the Mario games and all that good stuff. They're just so perfectly done. Why can't they do that anymore? What happened?
I feel like even if they did do it, it would be just a copy and paste, and I don't think it would do as well. I think they would
Exactly.
need to modernize it in a way, and I don't mean like with dialogue and or like all kinds of crazy gameplay or graphics, anything like that. I think they would just need to like make a modern version of what they would think it would look like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, or things like that. Because like it's hard to break the mold because there's so much games out there. The other day, I saw someone say, "Oh, I'm making this game. It's been my dream to make this game for like 9+ years." And it basically looks like Kingdom Hearts, and it's like there's a copy and paste. Like you know what I mean? It's like it isn't a bad thing that it is the thing, but it's like what is setting you apart from it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, and I want to go back to and like it's funny, talking about this. It's like, oh, play the newer games, but this is why they're remaking these older games, right? A lot of these remasters are coming out, reskins. It's because now they're at the point where like I think people rather just have those games redone and remade because people are replaying them, right? So that's also like that also like says loud and clear, right? Like what the priority is. Let's bring back that old game because people want to play it and will play it. Obviously, it's shown. I don't know how well the new Halo's has done, but um, like I know Black Flag did well. Well, so they say, as you said. But like, yeah, it's pretty wild, right? It's crazy to think. But yeah. Please let us know in the comments though if what old games you're playing and if you agree with us on this. Do you prefer the new modern era of gaming? I don't know, but is there anything else you want to say about this topic, Ernie?
No, I mean, yeah, like I said, sound off in the chat. I'm kind of curious to hear your guys' thoughts on that because I know not everybody loves old games. I think there's a lot of modernized games that are much
Of course.
easier for people like that aren't gamers, like Lex has stated before, with the accessibilities and all that stuff that just don't really help. And I don't know necessarily if what we said is correct. You know, I mean, this is what we feel, right? We've played games for many years, and I think this is kind of where we stand in how we feel about our games. And like I said, don't get us wrong. You know, we both played a lot of newer games. It's
Yes.
just there is something about the quality of the original games that, again, test what is it?
Stand the
Test
test of time.
stands the test of time. Thank you. Wow, I had a little brain fart there, but it is honestly true. Like that you
Yeah.
can go back and replay games, and you're like, wow, this was wonderful. And a lot of it is nostalgia. A lot of the games don't run as well or play as well, but
No, they
there is
don't.
some games that hold up, and you could definitely tell.
Yeah, I mean, again, like these games, it's nice because we do like the shorter experiences that we can knock out more games, and they are kind of pivoting back a little bit with that, especially with like 007 or Resident Evil Requiem. But then there's the price tag of it, right? It's like now it's at the point where like, okay, like I like those shorter games, but is paying $80, worth it? 70 to $80 worth it now? Like that's the other thing. It's like, are they putting enough in these games? That's another thing about the this whole chat that's happening, especially if they're gonna go the digital era as well, right? So
Yeah, no, I want to
wild,
say
my
one
friend.
last thing, Lex, because
Please.
we'll end it here because I know you're probably sweating up a storm in that room.
I'm good.
Um,
I'm good. I have the air on, dude. We're good.
oh, nice. There was this debate the other day that I saw, Lex, and I wanted to get into this because you were talking about digital age and all that. There was this thing
Uh-huh.
that I saw that they're saying that games, because they're gonna be digital for PlayStation 5, which is kind of like, I guess, kind of true apparently, because I mean Steam does it, but apparently the games are gonna be cheaper. They're gonna get much cheaper to
Mm,
sell.
so they
And I
say.
thought of,
Hmm.
yeah, so they say, right? But it's like I thought about it. I'm like, I'm all that, yeah, possibly, but it's like go look at Nintendo, look at their digital sales for their games, and they don't really go down in price like that heavily. Like it's crazy.
No.
So I could imagine like PlayStation trying to do that, but they're, I don't know, for their first party games probably not. But it's like,
Yeah, I
I don't
mean, at
know.
the end of the day, these companies are greedy. Like they're making their profits. They don't care. They know people are going to buy most of these games anyway. Sadly, that's just the way things go. It has always been, right? It's never really. So yeah, exactly like you said. Like Nintendo, like I still, you're still going to pay full price for an older game unless they get a rare sale. Um, so yeah, fun
Yeah.
times
Did
ahead, dude. Bleak
know.
times.
I've been messing with my hair all day. Like this freaking
Look at
just
them, dude.
it's just crazy. It's just a crazy hair.
That's cute,
But
dude. It's
yeah,
all poking up, crazy hair.
thank you. I'll tell you guys what. I'll let you guys go. I'll
Mhm.
do you the favor. We'll end the episode here. But I want to get into this if I may, Lex. I want to thank friends of the channel for tuning in every week when we drop an episode. We appreciate it. We appreciate you, friends of the channel. If you can, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a like. Give us a comment. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Let us know what you thought about us. All good things, though, please. And also, please share us with your friends and family. Give this episode to your grandma. Maybe she likes retro gaming. Maybe your uncle. Maybe your dad or your mother. Some old games, and they want to talk about. They want to listen to what we had to say, or maybe they have some thoughts and they want to comment on it. Do it, please. Let us know. Sound off. Also, give us a follow on Instagram at checkpoint_reached. There, I and Lex will be there to answer any inquiries you might have. We also post just pictures of when we're posting an episode or the episode is posted. It's kind of silly. I want to post more like little shorts on there, and I think I'm gonna do the Mario one. Probably is gonna be a lot of fun to do with you,
Oh,
and then
please,
maybe
yes.
I'll do the mixtape one again on YouTube. I haven't done that one. I lost that clip. If you have it, send it to me, Lex. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, Lex, send us home.
No, yeah, thank you. Before we go, I know you said send it to your grandma. She's gonna get mad. We didn't talk about Pong, so we'll do a little Pong shout out. I know that was the first game.
Ooh.
The retro, the
Yeah,
Tetris
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I'm kidding. Yeah, but thank you all so much. I have been Lex. This is Ernie. We are Checkpoint Reached. We will see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.